the city of gold, and so much more. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Wild Compass. Today, we're taking you on a journey to a city that's very close to my heart, a place with a rhythm and a soul unlike anywhere else on Earth. We're headed to Johannesburg, South Africa, or as the locals call it, Joburg, Jozi, Egoli. Look, we have a lot of names for it. Just pick one and go with it. People will know what you mean. It's a city that's constantly reinventing itself. A beautiful, complicated, vibrant mix of history, culture, and unstoppable energy. It's not just a place you visit, it's a place you feel. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Johannesburg? What's there to do? And let me tell you, you are in for a surprise. We've gone through the tough job of narrowing it down, and trust me, it was tough, to bring you the absolute top 10 must-see places in this incredible city. From confronting the ghosts of a painful past to dancing in the streets of its vibrant present, Joburg has a story to tell around every single corner. This isn't just a list, it's an itinerary for an experience that will stay with you long after you've left. So get your notebooks ready or just open the Notes app on your phone. Let's be realistic. As we go through this list, I want you to do me a favor. Jump down into the comments and let us know which of these spots is calling your name the loudest. Is there one you've already been to and loved? Or a place that's just shot to the top of your I need to go there now list? I want to hear all about it. Alright, enough talk. Let's dive into the heart of South Africa. Let's explore Johannesburg. Alright, let's start with something heavy, but absolutely essential. You can't understand South Africa, and you definitely can't understand Joburg without understanding its past. And there is no better or more powerful place to do that than the Apartheid Museum. Now, this isn't your typical dusty museum where you just look at old things behind glass. No, this place is an experience. From the moment you arrive, you're given a ticket that randomly classifies you as either white or non-white, and you have to enter through separate gates. It's confronting, it's uncomfortable, and that is exactly the point. It immediately puts you, just for a moment, into the segregated reality that was daily life for millions. Walking through its exhibits is a journey. It's a gut-wrenching, emotional, and profoundly moving walk through the rise and fall of one of the most brutal systems of racial segregation in history. You'll see the giant photos of the protests, the armored police vehicles, the solitary confinement cells, and you'll hear the stories of the people who fought, suffered, and died for freedom. It's a lot to take in, I'm not going to lie. But it ends with the story of reconciliation and the birth of a new, democratic South Africa. You leave not just with knowledge, but with a deep, visceral understanding of the resilience of the human spirit. It's a must-see, period. Keeping with the theme of history, our next stop is Constitution Hill. And the story of this place, wow, it's like a Hollywood movie, but it's real. For over 100 years, this site was a prison. A brutal, notorious prison complex where common criminals were held alongside political prisoners. We're talking about people like a young Mahatma Gandhi and, of course, Nelson Mandela himself. They were all imprisoned here at some point. It was a place of suffering, a symbol of the state's oppressive power. It was a place you never, ever wanted to end up. But then, in one of the most incredible plot twists in urban history, South Africa chose this very site, this symbol of injustice, to build its new constitutional court, the highest court in the land. Think about that. They built the beacon of their new democracy on the ashes of the old regime's cruelty. They even used bricks from the demolished prison walls to build the court itself. It's a powerful physical representation of triumph over oppression. You can tour the old prison blocks, which are chilling, and then walk into the stunning light-filled courtroom. It's a journey from darkness to light, all in one location. Okay, after those two intense but necessary historical stops, let's switch gears and dive into the vibrant, beating heart of modern Jozi, the Maboneng Precinct. If you want to feel the pulse of the city's creative energy, this is where you go. Maboning literally means place of light, and it lives up to the name. This whole area used to be a collection of run-down, abandoned industrial warehouses. It was a no-go zone, basically. But a few visionary developers saw potential, and they transformed it into one of the most successful urban renewal projects you'll ever see. Now, it's a kaleidoscope of art, culture, and flavor. The streets are lined with incredible murals and graffiti art that changes all the time. Every corner you turn, there's another photo opportunity. It's packed with independent art galleries showcasing local talent, quirky boutiques selling unique fashion and crafts, and some of the coolest restaurants and rooftop bars in the city. You can spend an entire day here just wandering, exploring, eating, and soaking up the incredible atmosphere. It's the perfect example of Joburg's spirit of regeneration and creativity. It's young, it's cool, and it's unapologetically African. Let's talk about why Johannesburg exists in the first place. One word: gold. The city was built on the back of a massive gold rush in the late 1800s, and our next stop, Gold Reef City, throws you right back into that era. But here's the fun part. It does it with roller coasters. This place is a whole vibe. It's a theme park built on the site of an old, very real gold mine. So on one hand, you've got these huge, thrilling rides that will have you screaming your lungs out. It's a full-on amusement park experience with all the bells and whistles. But then, you can literally put on a hard hat, go down a mine shaft hundreds of meters underground, and see what life was like for the miners back in the day. It's a fascinating and sometimes sobering look at the industry that built this city. You can see a real gold pour, watch traditional gumboot dancing, which originated in the mines, and walk through a recreation of an old mining town. It's this wild mix of adrenaline-pumping fun and genuinely interesting history. It's perfect if you're traveling with family, or if you're just a big kid who also happens to like learning things. After all the history and the adrenaline, you might need a place to just breathe. And for that, there's no better spot than the Johannesburg Botanical Gardens. In a city as bustling and energetic as Joburg, this place is a true oasis of calm. It's this huge, sprawling green space right in the middle of the suburbs, centered around the beautiful Emmarentia Dam. People in Joburg love this place. It's where families come for picnics, where couples go for a romantic stroll, and where fitness enthusiasts are out running and walking their dogs. The atmosphere is just pure relaxation. The gardens themselves are incredible. There's a dedicated rose garden that smells absolutely divine when it's in bloom, a herb garden, and even a collection of succulents that look like they're from another planet. You can easily spend hours here just wandering through the different sections, finding a quiet bench by the water, and watching the world go by. It's a reminder that even in a massive, landlocked metropolis, you can find stunning natural beauty. It's the perfect place to recharge your batteries before diving back into the city. You cannot say you've been to Johannesburg if you haven't been to Soweto. It's that simple. Soweto, which is short for Southwestern Townships, is more than just a place on a map. It's a symbol of the struggle against apartheid and the vibrant heart of Black urban culture in South Africa. It's a massive, sprawling area with a complex history filled with tragedy and triumph. Taking a guided tour here is essential, because the stories you'll hear will give you a context that you just can't get on your own. You'll see the Hector Peterson Memorial, a tribute to the students who lost their lives in the 1976 Soweto uprising. And right in the heart of Soweto is Vilakazi Street. Now this street has a claim to fame that no other street in the world can match. It was home to 2 Nobel Peace Prize winners. That's right, Nelson Mandela lived here, and so did Archbishop Desmond Tutu, just a short walk away from each other. You can visit Mandela's former home, which is now a museum. Standing in that small house, you can feel the weight of history. Vilakazi Street today is a bustling, lively place with restaurants, street performers, and an energy that is completely infectious. It's a celebration of survival, resilience, and the enduring spirit of a community. All right, let's be honest. You can't come to Africa and not see some of the incredible wildlife, right? But maybe you don't have time for a multi-day safari trip to the Kruger Park. Well, Joburg has you covered with the Lion and Safari Park. This isn't a zoo. It's a large conservation area located just outside the city where you can get remarkably close to some of Africa's most iconic animals in a semi-wild environment. It's the perfect solution for a day trip to satisfy your wildlife craving. The main attraction is, of course, the guided safari drives. You'll go through large enclosures where you can see lions, including the rare white lion, as well as cheetahs, wild dogs, and various types of antelope, just roaming around. And for a truly unforgettable experience, you can do the self-drive tour and have a giraffe poke its head right into your car window looking for a snack. It's hilarious and slightly terrifying at the same time. It's a fantastic, well-managed place that puts a heavy emphasis on conservation and education, giving you a taste of the African bush without having to travel for hours. If your visit to Joburg includes a Saturday, then you have one and only one mission for your morning. Get yourself to the neighbor goods market. This is not just a market, it's an institution. It's a weekly event that brings together the entire city. Housed in a modernist building in the Braamfontein neighborhood, this place is a sensory overload in the best possible way. The moment you walk in, you're hit with the sounds of a live band, the buzz of hundreds of people chatting and laughing, and the incredible smells of food being cooked right in front of you. The focus here is on local, artisanal food and design. You can find everything from Argentinian steaks and fresh oysters to gourmet donuts and craft beer. People come here to eat, drink, and socialize. You grab some food from one of the many stalls, find a spot on the rooftop terrace with its amazing views of the city, and just soak it all in. It's a showcase of Joburg's diverse culinary scene and its friendly, sociable vibe. My advice? Go hungry. Go very, very hungry. You're going to want to try everything. For the art lovers out there, Joburg has an absolute gem that you cannot miss. The Witz Art Museum, or DAWAM as it's known. Located in the same vibrant Braamfontein area as the neighbor goods market, this museum is home to an extraordinary collection of African art. We're not just talking about contemporary paintings, we're talking about a historical journey through the artistic heritage of the entire continent, from classical African artifacts to modern and contemporary pieces. It's one of the most significant collections of its kind. What makes WAM so special is its dedication to showcasing the diversity and richness of African creativity. You can see traditional beadwork, masks, and sculptures from across southern, western, and central Africa. And then, in the next room, you'll be confronted by powerful, thought-provoking works from contemporary South African artists grappling with issues of identity, history, and society. The museum is beautiful, spacious, and incredibly well-curated. It will challenge your perceptions and open your eyes to the sheer depth and beauty of art from this continent. It's a quiet, contemplative experience that provides a perfect contrast to the city's hustle. And finally, we end our tour where we began, with the story of a man whose life is woven into the fabric of this city and this nation, Nelson Mandela. We mentioned Vilakazi Street earlier, but let's focus on the house itself, number 8115. This small four-room house is where Nelson Mandela lived with his family from 1946 until he was forced underground in 1961. It's the house he returned to for a brief, triumphant 11 days after his release from prison in 1990. This humble home is a national monument, and visiting it is a deeply personal and moving experience. The house has been preserved as a museum, and it's filled with memorabilia, family photos, and artifacts that tell the story of Mandela the man, the husband, the father, the lawyer, not just Mandela the global icon. You can still see the bullet holes in the walls and the scorch marks from petrol bombs, stark reminders of the violence of the era. To stand in the tiny bedroom where one of the 20th century's greatest leaders lived and dreamed of a free South Africa is humbling. It's a small house that holds a massive legacy, and it's the perfect, poignant end to a tour of a city defined by its struggle for and celebration of freedom. And there you have it, 10 incredible, unforgettable spots that tell the story of Johannesburg. From the solemn grounds of the Apartheid Museum to the buzzing energy of the neighbor goods market, this is a city of contrasts, of history, and of hope. It's a place that will challenge you, inspire you, and will definitely feed you well. I truly hope this has given you a glimpse into the soul of Josie and has sparked a desire to see it for yourself. This isn't just a city, it's an essential experience for any world traveler. So what are you waiting for? It's time to pull up your travel planning spreadsheet. I know you have one, don't lie, and add Johannesburg to the very top of your bucket list. Trust me on this, you will not regret it. Every corner of the city has a story, and the people have a warmth and resilience that is just infectious. It's a journey that will stay with you, long after your flight home. I promise you that. It's a piece of my home, and I'm so excited for you to discover it. Thank you so much for joining us on this virtual tour of the City of Gold. If you enjoyed this video and got some inspiration for your next trip, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And for more travel guides, tips, and deep dives into the world's most fascinating destinations, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, travel safe and stay curious.